Hey, and welcome to my first Codeigniter tutorial. Today I'm just going to be showing you how to make a simple image uploader using Codeigniter. Now firstly, I've just already been to the website and just go to the Codeigniter website and download the Codeigniter framework, and I've already done that, and I've just got it unzipped here and I've renamed it to image because it's going to be an image uploader. Now first off, we're just going to fix up some config and just to make the autoloaders and things like that, and then we're going to be starting with the actual controllers and views. So I'm just going to go into System, Application, and then in Application we're going to go into Config, and then I'm just going to open up the autoload file. And in this file we're just going to be autoloading some components, which are helpers. Now we're not going to be autoloading any libraries because we're not going to be using any databases or anything like that. So we're going to be autoloading the form, and you won't need to, except I'm going to autoload the URL. Okay, then we come back and we're going to need to open up the config just to set the base path and stuff. So we're just going to go, I'm just going to put localhost /image/ because we have to have a trailing slash as it says, but you put whatever your base URL is. And then down the bottom of this page in the config, my host doesn't allow short tags, so I'm just going to change this short tag from false to true, and I'm going to save that. Now before we go further, I'm just going to run that just to test if it works. Localhost /image. And yep, we've got everything running. We've got a welcome page, which means everything's working fine, which is a good sign. Okay, now we're going to have to move on to the routes file. And once we've modified this, our page isn't going to work because we're going to be setting a default controller, which is going to be, we're going to set it to img, short for image. Now if we refresh this, it'll probably say something like there's an error in the routes file because it can't find the image. Yep, can't find the image.php controller. So now we're just going to go back up, and then we're going to go into controllers, and they've already got the welcome controller here, so I'm just going to rename it to img.php, and I'm going to open it. Or you can just make a new file. Now I'm just going to get rid of all this, and I'm going to go class image extends controller, and go function image parent controller, and then a function index. So this is going to be when they just visit the home page or the index, just the index page. I'm just going to put echo hello just to test that. So now if we save that, and that is the image controller in the controllers page, and refresh. Oh, got an undefined class constant. Oh, I can see my error right here. You have to put the parentheses around that, and so once I refresh that, it says hello. Sorry about that mistake. So just always remember to put these parentheses at the end, because I had an error, and if you do that, you'll do what I did. Okay, now what we're going to do is we're going to set up a views page. So I'm just going to put set data, and put the array data, and the title is, so this is going to be the title of your page, so I'm just going to call it image uploader. And then I'm going to just load the views page, so I'll just comment out load views, and then we'll put this to load to view, and I'm going to put img for image underscore views dot, not .php because that's what it loads, so image underscore views, and I send the data array. So what we're pretty much doing is we're loading the image underscore views dot php file, which we're about to create in the views, and we're just sending the data title to that page. So that means we're going to be able to use that variable on the page. So now we're just going to go into views. As you can see, we've got welcome underscore message. I'm just going to rename that to img for image underscore views.php, and then I'm just going to open that one up. Okay, now I've got all this stuff that we don't really need, like the styles. I'm not going to cover that in this tutorial, so I'm just going to get rid of all that. And then up in the title, we're going to use the title variable, and I'm just going to use the short tags. The short tags that I enabled at the beginning, just to put the title in there. So it's going to display image uploader. I'm just going to put H1. You made it, just to test this views page. So now if I refresh it, it's got image uploader in the title, just as we specified, and it said you made it as a header. Okay, now we're actually going to start building the form for the upload. So we're going to put form, or I've got open the short tags, underscore open, underscore multi-part, because it's not just a normal form. This is a form that, because you need to have a multi-part, because we're actually uploading a file, so it needs to have an encrypt type and everything. So then we're going to put image slash upload. So we're just going to send it to the upload function in the image controller. And now I'm just going to put the short tag open, form underscore close, and close that off. And I'm just going to refresh this page. We shouldn't say anything. Oh, I've got another error. I've got to add the parentheses again. So I just read that and I save it. And now there's nothing on the page, which is a good sign. And if you just go to view the page source, it comes up, and we've got form action equals the path, and we've got method post encrypt type multipart, which is the thing that we needed to put in. So you can't just use a form underscore open. Then we've got the end of the form. Okay, now we're just going to add the rest of the things, which is form underscore upload, and it's user file, because that's the name that Codeigniter uses for the form upload field, and it's just like an input field, except it's going to be, instead of input type equals text, it's going to put input type equals file, so that we can upload a file. Then I'm just going to put a break. I'm going to put form underscore submit, and it's going to be called sub to submit, and I'm just going to put upload. I'm going to save that, and so I've got the upload for the image, and I've got the submit button to submit the form. So if we refresh that, all's gone well. Yep. Got the browse, and we click that. Yep, we've got all our images that we can upload to, and they've got the upload button, which is the submit. Okay, now that we've done that, we're going to need to make the upload function. So we're going to put function upload. And first we're just going to test this by putting echo upload function. And we save that. Now if I just refresh this, browse, I just put an image in, we click upload. Yep, it's displaying the upload function, which means we've reached the right page. Now we're actually going to need to start processing the data. So I'm just going to comment config settings, because we're going to make all this is all the config settings. So Codeigniter is able to upload the file. So this is just the settings that we're going to use. So we're going to put config, and I'll put upload underscore path, and that is going to be equal to ./uploads, which means that we're going to have to create the uploads folder, which we're going to do in a second. Then we're going to put config, and then we're going to put allowed underscore types, and then that's all the types that we're going to use. So I'm going to put PNG, then the vertical line, JPEG, GIF, and I want SWF, which is flash file, so I'm going to put SWF, and end that. Config, and I'm just going to put max underscore size equals, and I'm going to put 10,000, which is roughly equal to, 10,000 bytes, which is roughly equal to 1 megabyte. Now you can add extra things like max width, like the max width of the image and the max height, but I'm just going to leave it simple for now, just for this simple example. Now I'm just going to put upload file, because this is where the upload actually library is loaded. So we're going to put this to load to the library, and then we're going to put upload, comma, config, so that Codeigniter is loading the library, the upload library, and it's sending this config to it, so it knows what it wants to do, or where we want to go, what type of images we want, and how big the images are. So I was going to put check for success, and then I'm just going to put if this, oh, whoops, forgot the parenthesis, I keep getting those, this to upload to do underscore upload, which is a function, so we have to put that in parentheses. So if it's worked, we're going to set success, which means we're going to put data upload underscore data is going to be equal to this to upload to data, which is a function, which means it's going to be sending all the variables of what's happened in the upload. I'm going to put else. That means if it's not working, we're going to set error. I'm going to put $data error is equal to this to upload to display underscore errors. Okay, so that's the if statement, and I'm just going to set my title. So set title, so in the data again, data title is going to be equal to image uploader upload, and then I'm just going to put set view, and then we're just going to put this to load to view, and we're going to be loading upload underscore view, comma data, so we're going to be sending the data to it. So that means we're pretty much setting the config, then we're loading the library, we're doing the upload here. If it's successful, we're sending the success data. If there's an error, then we're going to be sending the error data to both these variables. So then on the next page, what we're going to do is, if this is true, that there's an error set, we'll display the error. But if not, then we'll display the upload data. So then we've got the views page, so I'm just going to copy that and make a new file and paste it. So I'm just going to save as, and we call it upload views. So we're in the controllers, so I'm just going to go to the views. I'm going to put upload underscore views dot php. Okay, so we don't need any of this. And at the top we've already got the title, which is pudding, which we set back here. And then I'm just going to open PHP. I'm just going to put if is set, so if the variable is set, error. So if we have an error, we're just going to put echo error, else we're going to have to do a loop. So first thing, so all the data we're going to display is going to be in a list, so I'm going to put echo ul for unordered list, and I'm going to put echo, this is for at the end of it, and the unordered list /ul, and in the middle here I'm going to put a for each loop to loop through each of it. So I'm going to put for each $upload underscore data as, so we'll just call it image data to item. I'm just going to put echo li for list item dot item dot, and I'm just going to put semicolon, no, colon, sorry, just show that it's the item, and then we're going to put image data dot /li to end the list item. Now if all goes well, everything that we've done so far should work, but there's one thing that we've forgotten to do, which I need to make the upload file folder. It's for a place for our uploads to go, so I'm just going to go file, new, we're just going to create a new folder, and it's going to be called uploads. So that means we've got a place for it to go, so we've got everything working. So I'm just going to refresh this page. Oops, I'll execute it again. So we've got nothing in there, so I'm going to just upload face glasses. Click upload. There's an error. I'm unable to load requested file because we've put upload underscore views, which means when it come back here, we just need to put an S on the end of that. So now I'll go back. I'll just refresh that again. Then I'll hit upload. and looks like we've got success because it's showing the item, so file name, showing everything, except it looks like I've got everything the wrong way around. So we're just going to go back into upload views, and we're going to put item to data. And then if I refresh that, it'll ask me if I want to send the request again. I'll send it again. Then it flipped everything around, so sorry guys about that mistake. So we've got file name is faceglasses2.png, file type is an image/png, the path is in uploads, which let's just check if that's correct. Yep, well, I've uploaded him a few times because of the errors and because how I refreshed it. And then, as you can see, Codeigniter is called faceclasses1, classes2, so it doesn't override any files, which is good. And then the raw name, the original name, the extension, the file size. So it pretty much just shows us everything. Okay, thanks. That's been the end of my first Codeigniter tutorial. I hope you enjoyed it and you've managed to successfully build your first image uploader. If you need any help, just go to the Codeigniter forums at www.codeigniter.com/forums or /forum, sorry. And the guys there should just be able to help you. So, hope you enjoyed this tutorial, and thanks for